All right, Coach, it's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Go, let's go! Ready? 50, plant. Hard, hard. Get that ball. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Dillon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll enter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
17 yards. And a Bengal first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. They'll run now with Peyton. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 51.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Britt's got it, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
16 yards.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in with in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Check 26, check 26. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check it back.
Bengals running back. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Down. 30 base.
Hey, watch the slip.
61. Matchbox lights. Back.
Shoot.
Buzz. Hey, dude.
On first down, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Check. Crunch. Ready.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Let's go now. 60 or.
55. Record.
Hey, orbit.
Watch QB drop. Check 99.
Topper. Get it.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. From the 36, Locke. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Locke now on first down. That's taken in by Callaway. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bengals' 42-yard line.
The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locked. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
I'm coming.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
80 weapons.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Watch the slit. Catch it.
Let's go.
They'll run with Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Down. 60 outlaw. Gone. Switch. Ready.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Delta.
They'll drop the throw. That's complete to John Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
And a Bengal 1st down.
Let's go now. Look, squeeze. 60 Pittsburgh. Now.
On first down, here's Love. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
X3, 218, chop it.
51, Mike 51. Watch the screen.
Hey, exit. Fire.
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. On 2nd down, Love. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A toss play to Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Come on,
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leo. Shoot.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. It's a room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Chubb, and a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Chubb on the counter. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 60 outlaw. Hey, box truck. Bang. Pilot, 64, weak. Now.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go.
They'll set up the throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Ready? 70, Indy. Hard, hard.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I'm not so crazy about where they decided to run that play, but I like the play itself because if you continue to run it and show it, you're going to create openings that you hope to exploit later in the game.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he whips that one incomplete there. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here we go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Hey, Haywood.
Block now on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
To try again after the sack, Locke. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 23 yards on the play.
61, match box, right.
First down, Cincinnati.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go, set, 30 base.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. They're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Snap.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
6 man.
Check 5.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And this one's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On the ready.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check right, check right. Watching the 5. Hey, check.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. That one good for 24 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator.
In your face.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and run for it with Peyton. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's crossing. He's checking.
Here's Love. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Gator. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up. He's driven.
They'll run on first down. Dillon, he'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
That's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Squeeze.
On the carry, it's Love. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He pitches it out. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. From midfield, here's Locke. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 48-yard
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Locke. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah. I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Locke looks to throw it again. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They run, Chubb, and nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Locke now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Block to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bengals will get the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
You ready?
Running it here with Peyton. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. Oh, here we go. Oh, shift.
They'll run with Love. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 43. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have just added to their lead. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
60 outlaw. Go. Switch up.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Lock. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58 to Mike. I'm on. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Down to lose one.
Now Lock. He finds his target, Beckham. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Today's final score